Sheesh. What's up, Undroppables Nation? I'm back again today with a big announcement for all of you folks at home. I've been doing this. I guess this is what the 14th episode. I did this earlier today, and I love doing these best ball live streams for you guys, and I know you guys love them too. So we've got a big announcement to make. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to start having guests on the live stream. And the plan right now is for our first 5 guests. Oh, help him. Help him's back. 2 streams one day. Yes, sir. Help him. 2 streams in one day. Big announcement. We're going to start having guests on the show. And our first 5 guests that we're going to have are first my podcast co-host, Gerald Perlman, Will Kais. And then I'm going to have some of the big Undroppables guys. I'm going to bring on Chalk, Jax Falcone. I'm going to bring in a former Undroppable, Andrew Mackins. He's over at Underdog Fantasy now. Those are kind of the plan for our first few guests. And we have a few other guests in mind that we want to bring on. Tank the Shy Guy. Yo, what's up, bro? What's good, Tank? How you doing? Some other plans that we have. We want to bring on Tommy. Tommy Moe, the director of content over at the Undroppables. So gonna have a lot of these guys onto the show just so we can just start inviting more people onto the show, having more folks grow the live stream. That's all the plan. I want to bring on like Hilo, Mark Garcia. I've seen him in the best ball streets. He's a big thought leader that I'd like to have on here. Obviously, like Liam Murphy, Peter Overzet, Pat Carrain, all guys that I definitely want to have on the stream. If any of you guys have any other ideas, would love to hear who else you guys want to see on the stream, because this show is for you guys. I want to make this as entertaining as possible, make this as informative as possible for you guys. So some other guys that I want to have on the show. Oh, I appreciate it, Tank. All is well with me as well. Just got back from Utah from a wedding. It was a ton of fun. But back to speaking out on the guests, potential guests. I want to have maybe on the show like Alex Caruso, Dan Brown, Josh Larkey, maybe even like Scott Fish. So we'll see. We have a lot of things cooking in the lab, guys. We're going to be doing this all off season long. So I want to be able to make this stream as best as possible for you guys. But without further ado, the reason you guys are all here today, let's jump into another best ball draft. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. Let's go ahead and hop on in. Let's share the screen. Here we go. And we are out of the 12 spot today. Okay. We were at the 11 spot earlier today. But we're in the 12 spot. I was actually talking with Mr. Perlman from the Unending Rebuild. If you guys don't know, check out the Unending Rebuild on Apple and Spotify podcasts. You can hear me, Kais, and Perlman really talk about a lot of dynasty strategy. If you guys are interested in dynasty, I really should suggest you check that stuff out because we have a lot of great insights over there. But we're talking best ball today. So out of the 12 spot, Perlman and I were kind of going back and forth on what players we'd like to target here, what kind of strategies we'd like to use back here. And we both agree that like a wide receiver, unless one of the top guys falls, which we never really expect that to happen, unless one of the top guys falls, we're going to go for a wide receiver sort of start at the back end of the draft. Guys that I like to be targeting are like a Garrett Wilson, an Amon-Ra St. Brown, a Jalen Waddle. Those are the guys that I like to take at the back end of those drafts because especially those 3 in particular all have ADPs lower than 12 and 13 right now. So there's a very, very high chance that you're going to be able to stack those at least two of those guys at the back end of the draft. So that's kind of the plan, which I'm going to go with today out of the 12 spot. I know there's been a lot of teams in the finals last year actually came from the 12 spot because Travis Kelce you were able to grab Travis Kelce at the 12 spot. You were able to grab like Devontae Adams. Those 2 guys were on a lot of finals teams. A lot of finals teams came out of the back end of the draft. So pretty chalk start so far. Jay Jettis, Jamar, CMC, Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill. It's actually really interesting. In almost every single one of the Best Ball Mania drafts, this is like the first 6 players that are taken, almost undoubtedly. But I was doing some like Chow Chow, some Poodle drafts, some Puppy drafts, and you kind of see some variance there. You see people try different things. That's why I do like to do some of those drafts. I did 2 Chow Chow drafts when I was over in Utah, and those I really like those teams I was able to build. But we will see what gets built out here. Hey yo, what up, Chip Skylark? How you doing today? CeeDee Lamb out of the 9. I love when people take CeeDee Lamb up there because I don't think CeeDee Lamb is going to finish in that range. If Bijan falls to us, I think we probably take Bijan because Bijan with a 7.8 ADP falling to pick 12 is pretty juicy. Bijan does not fall to us. So we're going to stick with our original plan. I went Amon-Ra, Jalen Waddle earlier today. So today let's go Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra, because I told Mr. Perlman that I need to be drafting more Garrett Wilson. So here we go, taking Garrett Wilson here. Maybe we could have gone Garrett Wilson and Jalen Waddle, but we'll go Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, because both of those dudes are studs. Those are 2 of my main targets, with Waddle being the top guy. I took Waddle earlier, and I know I'm going to be able to get plenty of Jalen Waddle back here in these other drafts. But Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra are the picks. These 2 guys, little diversification. I love it. Garrett Wilson was the reason I decided to take Waddle in my draft earlier, was because Garrett Wilson has a model score of 220, whereas Jalen Waddle has a model score of 262. So the model predicts Jalen Waddle is going to be scoring more than Garrett Wilson this season. One thing which the model does not take into account, does not factor in, is the entrance of Aaron Rodgers. So I actually don't have any Aaron Rodgers in Best Ball Mania this year thus far, but I imagine this might turn into an Aaron Rodgers, Jared Goff sort of team with these 2 guys built out, because we have Rodgers as one of our primary targets in the 10th round, and then Jared Goff is one of our primary targets in the 11th round. So maybe we can go like Rodgers, Goff in the 10, 11, and then we could just stack just studs in the first 10 rounds. But okay, let's see. Chubb is falling. We're still 15 picks away. But for all you guys who just joined, what I announced earlier on in the stream was that I'm going to start having guests on the live stream. And I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear who you guys want me to try to invite onto the stream. Because we want to have this as entertaining as possible for you guys. And the more the merrier, I always like to say. So I'm going to try to get as many guests as possible. Like I said, I'm going to first have my Unending Rebuild co-hosts on here, Jared Promo, Will Kais. I'm going to have both of them on the stream. I'm going to have all the Undroppables guys, Chalk, Jax Falcone, Tommy, even a former Undroppable, Mr. Andrew Mackins. I'm going to have him on the show as well. He's over at Underdog Fantasy right now. So that would be pretty exciting to have him on the show. So Helpin says get splash play on. Peter Overton and Chris Spags. Okay, I'll go ahead and reach out to them. I'm gonna definitely. If you guys don't follow Peter Overton already, I actually was on his show. I think last week, a week and a half ago. We were talking about the Best Ball Data Bowl, which I created this model for. And that was a pretty cool little preview. If you guys haven't before, go ahead and check that out. Chip Scar says, "Yeah, shoot for them. Ask Pete." Yeah, I will. I'll go ahead and ask Peter Overzet for sure, because I have been on the show with him before. But okay, back to the draft room. What we're here for today. Let's see. I have Garrett Wilson. That's the Jets. They're playing the Browns in Week 17. Amon-Ra, they're playing the Cowboys Week 17. Let's see. We could. Okay, damn. I was gonna say hopefully Lamar, Mark Andrews both fall. Could go double stack right there. M. Chase goes ahead and takes Lamar for us. The dream was alive. It was beautiful for a second, but now it's dead. So we're gonna have to pivot. Our round 3 targets are Jacobs and Lamar. We could maybe go ahead and reach and take a round 4 target up here. We're gonna ignore quarterback like we said. Don't love any of these guys down here. I guess we could go Amari Cooper for the Week 3 bring back. Could go like Amari Cooper, Najee Harris again, because Najee Harris is one of our round 4 targets. I'm on round 4 targets right now. Burrow, Fields, Najee, Judy, Terry, DJ Moore, Drake, London. I mean, if Breece Hall falls to us, obviously we take Breece Hall to stack him with Garrett Wilson. But it'll probably go something like Breece Hall, Amari Cooper, Najee, Jameer. Those are our 4 targets that we'll go after. Debo goes perfect. That's literally was one of the players which I did not want to take here. Debo is an interesting one because I love Debo. I think Debo is a great football player. He should be in for a bounce back year. But if you look at his splits once CMC came onto the team, they're not great. It makes me a little bit wary about drafting Debo Samuel in the 3rd round because he is I want to Breece Hall. That sucks. Because a lot of the targets, a lot of the carries a lot of the fantasy production which he was getting in all right, 1 second. Sorry. Gotta focus real quick. Najee will be the pick. Do we want to go Najee Jameer? Just stack both of them. Najee Jameer. We could go Najee Judy. Pick 43. D-Hop in the 4th round. We do want to go Najee. Do we just go Najee Etienne? This is interesting. I love Jameer. Love Etienne too. Maybe a 4th round Etienne would be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? 36.9. This is tough, guys. This is very tough. I'm gonna take Jameer to stack him with Amon-Ra because I passed on Jameer earlier today for Najee. Let's go ahead and just grab both of them on this team, Najee and Jameer, to stack him with Amon-Ra. Pass on both of them for Etienne. I do like Etienne a lot this year. I think this Jacksonville offense is going to be extremely, extremely exciting. But I think I'm going to focus and try to get Tank Bigsby in this draft just because I like Najee Harris, Jahmyr Gibbs a little bit more for this specific build. Jahmyr Gibbs to stack with Amon-Ra, very, very exciting. So I think Jared Goff is definitely going to be a target for me. I was also considering D-Hop, but my model doesn't like D-Hop up here. I don't love D-Hop up here without knowing who his stacking partners are going to be. Where's D-Hop on this list? D-Hop, it's tough. I definitely understand. I see the ceiling. I see the upside with a player like D-Hop in the 4th round, early 4th. And like if he goes to the Bills or the Chiefs, like yes, D-Hop up here is going to be a steal. But it's a difficult scenario to project out, especially because like if he doesn't land on one of those teams, he's going to fall significantly. Like I know one of the teams that has a lot of money that's targeting him is like the Patriots. What round does he get taken if D-Hop goes to the Patriots? I don't think we'll see any more 3rd round D-Hops if he goes to the Patriots. I think he'll probably settle around like the fifth round range. Which I mean, like once he falls to the 5th, I would be more than happy taking him. But it feels gross drafting a D-Hop over a Gibbs or a Najee, especially with the workload which we're expecting from a guy like Najee Harris, and the upside that we can see from a guy like Jahmyr Gibbs, a 12th overall player in the NFL draft. Typically, those types of players get drafted in the 1st round of fantasy drafts. The fact that we can take Jahmyr Gibbs in the 4th round just feels like straight stealing. Jahmyr Gibbs should not be going this late at all. So I am trying to get as much Jahmyr Gibbs as I can in these May drafts because I expect Jahmyr Gibbs' ADP to rise by a pretty significant factor over the coming weeks. So I'm excited. I'm excited for Jahmyr Gibbs. I loved watching Jahmyr Gibbs in college. I always thought he was going to be an absolute stud in the NFL. And Tank Shiger says, if he goes to KC or Buffalo, he might shoot up to the 2nd. It's tough to see, like, which wide receivers would he go over? Like, okay, maybe D-Hop goes over Olave, Higgins, but I wouldn't take D-Hop over Waddle. I would take D-Hop over Devontae. That one's tough. That one's a tough one because there's still uncertainty around Devontae. Monty hurt? Did Dave Montgomery get hurt? Leave Lions OTAs with injuries. I did not know that. Sure to go with. They lost David Montgomery to injury. I did not know that. That is a little bit surprising to me. That is news to me. Gibbs is fine. Gibbs had a minor ankle tweak. Hasn't been a lot of reporting on it. Okay. Not sure how serious either. Hopefully it's not serious. I drafted Montgomery on a different team earlier today. Okay. I was going to say, if Kenneth Walker falls here, I would hate it, but I'd have to take him. But okay, we opened this up to some Pittsburgh, Seattle stacks. So we could go like a Jackson Smith and Jigba here. Let's see, New York Jets. I guess we're opened up to the Dallas bringbacks, Pittsburgh, Seattle, New York Jets, Cleveland. We could. I know the model doesn't love Elijah Moore, but I'm still a big Elijah Moore fan. So I could look at bringing in Elijah Moore onto the squad. If Herbert falls to us, I think we'll have to take Herbert. Berbert. I think we could go Joe Mixon. I just love drafting these running backs too much in this range. Like, these running backs are just straight values. This is value town, guys. I mean, Herbert goes good. I wanted to be able to build a late round quarterback team. But 5th round, Herbert, Mixon is our big target. If Mixon is here, we are drafting Joe Mixon. We'll let George Kittle continue to slide. Mixon, Kirk, Walker, Pittman, Aaron Jones. Jackson Smith and Jigba got taken. That is so sad. But okay, we'll go ahead and take Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon, add him to the squad. And then Mr. Brandon Ayuk. I guess we could also consider Kyle Pitts, but Brandon Ayuk just a stud. Wide receiver 31 price is way, way too low. So give me Brandon Ayuk all day, every day. So we have 3 running backs, 3 wide receivers, straight studs all around. So we're feeling great about this team already. I don't typically start my teams 3 running backs, 3 wide receivers. But I think with the guys that I drafted, it makes sense. Like, these guys are all great, great players. Najee Harris, Jahmyr Gibbs, Joe Mixon. Helpin says you could probably still take Lockett. I don't think Lockett's going to fall back to me. I went Mixon, Ayuk, just because I like Ayuk more than Tyler Lockett this year. The model loves Ayuk here. Let me show you guys what the model is saying about Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk is right here with the projection of 212 points, Mixon with the projection of 253 points. Basically saying that Mixon is going 41 picks too late. Mixon should be going around the 1-2. Mixon should be going in the 2nd round. Mixon should be going solidly in the 2nd round. So the fact that I can get him at 512 is absurd. I'm going to be drafting a lot of Mixon in this range. Typically, I haven't been taking too much of him just because people have been reaching on him, and at these prices, I'm going to take the Mixons that fall to me. So Mixon here at pick 60, beautiful. And then I have Brandon Ayuk at pick 61. That's money in the bank. The model is saying that Brandon Ayuk should be going around solidly in the 3rd round. Basically, take Ayuk and Debo and flip their spots. That's how they should be drafted because Brandon Ayuk is the wide receiver 1 on that team. And if Trey Lance is a starter, Trey Lance loves Brandon Ayuk. I don't know if you guys were following along last offseason. Trey Lance loves Brandon Ayuk. Absolutely loves him. And so if Trey Lance is a starter, Brandon Ayuk is going to get absolutely abused. He's going to get all the downfield shots. Give me all of the Brandon Ayuk. 1st round draft capital. These guys are guys that typically succeed. Brandon Ayuk, is this his 4th season? He should be talked up more. He's going to his 4th season. Look at this ascension. 748 in his rookie season, 5 touchdowns, 826 2nd season, 5 touchdowns, 1,015, 8 touchdowns. Let's hope that he takes that additional step and he rises into that next tier of wide receivers because him in the 6th round here is way too late, in my opinion. And then Joe Mixon. I was all over Mixon when his ADP was 90. That's crazy. Yeah, 90 ADP is crazy. Everyone's scared because of his case. Not I. If people want to fade Joe Mixon because of the legal issues, sure, I will take all of that. And if he gets suspended, okay, he gets suspended a few games. He's still going to be playing Week 17 when this team is going to take all the money to the bank in the finals. So give me all of that. Looks like there was a quick run on wide receivers. Chip Skylark says Joe Mixon was pretty bad last year. Chip Skylark, go ahead and look up what his finish was. What RB was he last year? And right now, Joe Mixon's getting drafted as RB 30 some. Can I click on him? Joe Mixon's getting drafted as RB 19. What was his finish last year? Okay, let's see. Pick 84, 85. Who's our 7th and 8th round targets? 7th, 8th round targets, we're looking at Deshaun, Swift, Deontay Pickens, Dak, Connor, MT, Monty. Weekly is very rare. Best ball weekly, looking at finish on the year is flawed. IMO. Okay, I guess I can agree with that, but he was bad last year, and he was still RB10. He was an RB1 last year. So the fact that I can get an RB1 at the 5-6 turn, crazy. I'll take all that. Thank you, Tank. He wasn't bad. He was just a bad first round pick. Exactly. He was not a bad player last year. People were just upset with how much they had to pay for Joe Mixon, and then he didn't perform up to his ADP. So I understand the disdain, but I will eat all of that up. All of our targets have been taken in round 7, so we'll probably go for James Conner, and this might be a more robust RB build. And then this is just our 4th running back, and we're just not going to take running backs anymore. So we'll go ahead and take James Conner here. I pick 84 since he is our 8th round target. We'll probably take 2 8th round targets here. We could go Zay. Could go Michael Thomas. Baltimore, no Baltimore bringbacks, no New Orleans. This is a tough spot. I mean, I like all these wide receivers, but none of them really fit the build. We'll go Zay Flowers just because we need a rookie wide receiver on this team, and he's the last first rounder. So looks like we don't get Michael Thomas, but we got our boy Zay Flowers. But I mean, help him or Chip Skylark. I understand that there is disdain for a guy like Joe Mixon, but the fact of the matter is Joe Mixon is the bell cow running back with Samaje Perine leaving now on one of the best offenses in the NFL. His weekly touchdown upside is top 5 out of the running backs, just weekly touchdown upside because of the amount of touchdowns that the Cincinnati Bengals are going to be scoring this season. I will take that. At the 5-6 turn. So that's how I think about some of these guys. And because in best ball, you need to be scoring touchdowns. That's how you're going to see the spike weeks is touchdown upside. So I'm going to take the guys who have the most touchdown upside. Joe Mixon has weekly high touchdown upside. I mean, James Conner maybe isn't one of those guys that has that high weekly touchdown upside, but James Conner is one of the guys that has the volume argument. Because who's going to get the ball in Arizona? D-Hop just got cut. Feel like that offense is going to run through James Conner. And James Conner has that reception ability. So I'm happy with grabbing James Conner here. The 7-8 turn, I didn't get any of my favorite guys, but I did get Zay Flowers. I do love Zay Flowers. But I was hoping to get Quentin Johnston on this team, maybe a Deshaun Watson for the bring back. And if I got Deshaun Watson, I could have maybe stacked him with an Elijah Moore. But since I missed on Deshaun, it doesn't really make sense to just grab a naked Elijah Moore, even though it is a bring back on the New York Jets. But we're going to focus on our later round quarterbacks at the 9-10 turn. I know Rodgers is one of our targets, so we could look at at the 9-10 turn. Let's see. We're going to ignore running back. Maybe if Kamara falls, we'll take Kamara. Juju's an interesting one. Sharp. AJ Dillon. I know I'm just keeping tabs on these guys because this would mean that some of these guys fall. Rodgers. Well, let's see where these quarterbacks go, because if These quarterbacks fall. Maybe we could wait on Aaron Rodgers to the 12th round, 132. What's Rodgers' ADP? So Rodgers would have to fall 20 picks past ADP, which maybe I'm willing to bet that happens. This guy went Lamar and Fields. Spending a premium pick on Fields when you already have Lamar feels like it's not the right play. Chip Scarlett, closing the discussion says, totally fair. I'm not on Mixon, really. Yeah, like Mixon's not for everyone. I mean, I understand the risk profile is definitely there, and people aren't as risk loving as I am. So makes sense. Says Hollywood Brown and Connor like Rondo more too. Yep, me too. 0% D-Hop. I am at 0% D-Hop too. It's just hard to hit the draft button on him right now. But that's not to say I don't love D-Hop. I think he's a great player. Ertz could come in second half season and blow up. Maybe. Ertz is, 33 years old, coming off a torn ACL. I think he also tore his MCL too, so it's pretty significant injury, but possible. I do really like, what's his name at cost, though? Trey McBride. I think he's a great play at cost. But this room is kind of snatching up all the wide receivers. I'm glad I got 4 studs. Take the Shy Guy says 12% D-Hop, just in case. Yeah, I mean, just in case. I understand it. Maybe he blows up. If he goes to Buffalo or Kansas City, he's definitely going to rise. People are going to go crazy for a Buffalo, Kansas City D-Hop. But, okay. I'm going to go ahead and announce. Actually, let me make my picks first, and then I'll go ahead and make an announcement for you guys. Njoku just got taken. Dak Prescott gets taken. How many picks after ADP? 12 or only 10 picks? That's cutting it close. Kamara got taken. All right, the 9th round targets: Kamara, Cousins, Danny Dimes, Tua, Dillon. Do I just take Kirk Cousins? Naked Kirk Cousins? Nah, I gotta wait on my boys. All right, I think we're gonna take Lazard and. All right, I think these are our 2 picks right here: Freiermuth and Lazard. I think those are our 2 picks because we'll wait on quarterback since there are a lot of quarterbacks on the board. So we'll go ahead and take Pat Freiermuth and Alan Lazard. And we'll hope, since we have both the Jets boys, that Rodgers will come back to us. It would be, if all these other guys are playing optimally, then Rodgers should come back to us. But there's also a very high chance that the Amari Cooper owner wants him for the bring back. So we'll hit the button on one of these quarterbacks when it comes back to us. If Geno Smith falls to us, maybe we just hit the button on Geno Smith. Gibson, Herbert, Zay, Mooney, Goff. Goff is our backstop. If it doesn't work out for us, we'll probably go like Goff and maybe like a Kyler if we're not able to get Rodgers. So we'll see. But we're building out a squad already, guys. Naked Kirk Cousins out of context sounds terrible. That does sound terrible. That does sound pretty bad. Yeah, nobody wants to see that. But okay. Quick announcement for all you guys again. Texting my boy Chalk right now. And our first guest live stream will be this Wednesday. This Wednesday, May 31st. Probably around like 10 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll hop on the live stream for you guys. Me and Nick will chop it up. Me and Chalk will chop it up, and we'll draft the best Ball Mania team for all you guys. We'll finally get some fresh insight since all you guys have been just hearing me blabbering on about all these guys. You guys are gonna get some fresh insight from my man Chalk. Take the Shy Guy says I'll be here. Help him says I'll be tuning in. Great. can't wait to see you guys on Wednesday. I'll probably also be doing a live stream tomorrow, but that will not be a guest live stream. That'll just, you guys will be stuck with just me again. But here we are in this room. Gibson just got taken, so we're 13 picks away, hoping and praying that either Rodgers or Goff fall to us. If they don't, that will be sad. But if they do, this team got a shot, guys. So just to recap for all you guys at home, running backs, Najee Harris, Jahmyr Gibbs, Joe Mixon, James Conner. Wide receivers, Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Brandon Ayuk, Zay Flowers, Alan Lazard. Tight end, Mr. Pat Fryermuth. So loving this team so far. Hopefully these guys are all playing optimally and they let Aaron Rodgers fall to me. Hopefully none of them are watching the stream and just want to stream snipe me for fun. But Aaron Rodgers, Jared Goff, probably the 2 picks here at 11-12. And then maybe our last quarterback will be like a Kyler Murray or a Trey Lance. Probably Kyler Murray over Trey Lance because of the uncertainty around Trey Lance. But Helpin says I'm all in on Flowers this year. Yeah, you should see my exposure. I'm going to have to – once we're later on into the offseason, I'll start sharing my exposures with everybody. But we're still too early. I gotta get more of my guys before I share with the Twitterverse who I'm targeting. But okay, keep taking these receivers. Keep going. Come on. Keep letting Mr. Rodgers fall a little bit. We're 6 away. He's got 1 quarterback, 2 quarterbacks, 1 quarterback, 2 quarterbacks, 1 quarterback, 2 quarterbacks. Hopefully they're all playing optimally and they don't need a 3rd quarterback. John Smith, hopefully you need another wide receiver, so you go ahead and reach on a wide receiver. You need another wide receiver. You need another wide receiver. You need another wide receiver. Go ahead and take the wide receivers, please. Please. We all know you had 100% Gibson. I'm not at 100%, but I'm not saying that I'm far off. That's my league winner this year, guys. Antonio Gibson. Remember his name. Remember him. He's going to be there. Please. 2 more. You don't need it. You don't need it. You won't do it. You won't do it. Flocking up, my dude. You won't do it. You won't do it. Come on. You won't do it, flocking up, my dude. What kind of name is flocking up, my dude? Dalton Schultz. You won't do it. TJ Chip already got 2 quarterbacks. You won't do it. You won't do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. You won't do it. You need a receiver. You're taking Rashee Rice. You're taking Rashee Rice, TJ Chip. Kendrick. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. They both fall to us. Beautiful. Oh, my God. Give me Aaron Rodgers. We got Amon-Ra, right? Give me Jared Goff. Woo! Woo! Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What a team. Oh, we stacked our 2. Oh, my God. Look at this, guys. Cousins or Mr. Rodgers was a round 10 target. And we got him in at pick 132. And Jared Goff was a round 11 target, and we got him in the 12th. Take the strike. That's how you do it. Yeah, I'm freaking hype as hell right now. Oh my God. Okay, so we gotta go back to the wide receiver well now that we got our guys. Let's see. Let's think. So now New York Jets, they're gonna be Cleveland. So we need a Cleveland bring back, and we need a Cowboys bring back, or we can just continue to stack those guys. We could target the Jets and the Lions tight ends as well. So like let's look. Who's our 13th round target? Kyler Carr, Algier, DPJ. We could target DPJ. So we're probably just gonna look at wide receivers and tight ends now. We don't need to even really look at the running back position. So we could get Doubs, could get Komet. Actually, I don't really want Komet in this draft. He doesn't fit this team that well. Alec Pierce as always. Dulcich. Don't have any Denver or LAC, right? Dulcich doesn't really fit. Higbee. I mean, I like Higbee. Osborne. DPJ is probably the top guy we want to be targeting. Maybe like a Jaden Reed, a Van, Sam Laporta, Marvin Mims, Gerald Everett. I guess we could look at the – was there a Denver boy up here? No, there wasn't. Dubs just got taken. Okay. We'll look at a Rondale to stack with Mr. Connor. Let's see. Who are our running backs? Joe Mixon, Jahmyr Gibbs, Najee Harris. Perlman just mentioned banking on a Hunter Renfrow trade for a 3 QB build. That is nice. Yes, it is. It is very nice. Eric B, good to meet you. Haven't seen you here on the stream before. Thanks for joining. Don't need to necessarily bring back, especially if it's forced. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going down the list right now, just seeing what guys are either stacks or bringbacks. I'm not going to force anything. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. That's not part of our philosophy, Tank. We never force anything. We let the room fall to us. We let the beauty fall in our lap. We don't need to force anything. Trey McBride, Josh Palmer, Nate Dell, Isaiah Likely, Marvin Jones, Darius Slayton, Noah Fant, Cedric Tillman. Maybe Cedric Tillman's our 18th round pick. Oh, Corey Davis. Maybe Corey Davis. Is 3 wide receivers on a single team optimal? Maybe if Aaron Rodgers is a quarterback, it is. But okay. We're 8 picks away. Let's see who's on the board. Kyler Murray is at the top. Mr. Kyler. Do we go Kyler Murray here, guys? Do we go the Kyler Murray Arizona stack? Because that Arizona defense is going to be atrocious. All they got to do is just sling it. And it's possible. What's the news on Kyler? I know, like, everyone's saying, like, Kyler Murray's going to come back, like, week. Cardinals QB named one of NFL's most overrated players. That's funny. Cardinals release of John divorce option Kyler Murray in 2024. I don't care about 2024. I only care about 2023. What do you guys think about Kyler Murray for next season? Just curious. Because, like, we all know Caleb Williams is just an absolute beast. I mean, I know midseason is realistic, yes. But, like, Kyler Murray is one of the guys we want to be targeting, round 13. So, okay, if Kyler Murray falls to me, I'll go ahead and hit the button on Kyler Murray. Maybe like a Kyler Murray DPJ will be the 2 guys, the 2 picks, if it falls to us that way. If it doesn't, we could go like a DPJ Sam Laporta. I'm a big fan of Sam Laporta. Could go DPJ and Van. Jets, Cleveland. Oh, Rondale Moore. Why are you taking Rondale? Oh, man, I wanted Rondale. I guess we'll target like Trey McBride a little bit later, because Trey McBride is one of our 18th round targets. Where is he? He's somewhere down here. Oh, McBride's a 17th round target. Oh, Kyler got taken. Flocking up, stole him from me. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. All right, DPJ and Sam Laporta are probably the picks here then. And then I guess we'll grab like a Trey Lance a little bit later. Ooh, we could go DPJ and Marvin Mims, though, and pass on Laporta and hope that the tight ends fall a little bit, because there are a lot of tight ends down here that I do like a lot. We'll go DPJ with this first pick, though, as the bring back against the Jets. And Marvin Mims or Laporta. Big fan of Marvin Mims. I guess that opens us up to some of the Denver LAC guys. And we're definitely going to want to get Conklin. Screw it. We'll go. Nah, I'm going Marvin Mims. I was about to say screw it and just hit the button on Laporta, but I can't keep passing on my guy Marvin Mims. I need more and more Marvin Mims, because Marvin Mims is just a beast. He's getting drafted way too late. If you guys don't know who Marvin Mims is, you guys should look into him. He's an absolute monster. Maybe I'll write up a few threads on at the Unending Rebuild. If you don't already, follow the Unending Rebuild. Actually, it's just at Unending Rebuild on Twitter. I write all of the threads on Unending Rebuild. So if you want to go ahead and take a look, I wrote a thread about a lot of the rookies for Dynasty this year. So Marvin Mims was one of the guys, which I didn't write about him, but we did a scouting on him. If you want to go back, one of our episodes from a few months back was called like Marvin's Mimsicle something. I can't remember the exact name. But we talked a lot about Marvin Mims, and I spoke highly about Marvin Mims. Kind of one of the things which I talked about a lot was actually, let me see if I can find the tweet from Football Insights. Marvin Mims. One of the things which we like to look at. Oh, look at this list. College wide receivers at 5 or greater yak per reception and 0.49 first downs per target since 2014. Justin Jefferson, Devonta Smith, CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, Garrett Wilson, Marvin Mims. It's a pretty good list to be a part of. Power 5 wide receivers with 7.0 yak per reception and 0.5 first down per target from out wide or in line since 2014. Devonta Smith, CeeDee Lamb, Henry Ruggs, Marvin Mims. Marvin Mims just a straight beast out here. Where's the chart? I'm looking for the Marvin Mims EPA chart. Where's the EPA chart? Ball Insights probably tweeted it. Where is it? I wonder if I go to Ball Insights Twitter and just type in Marvin Mims, it'll come up. Let's go. Let's check him out. If you guys don't already follow, Ball Insights, I highly suggest you do. He just brings great content after great content. Is there a way to search tweets in here? Let's see. We're 11 picks away. We have some time. Let's see. Go ahead and follow Ball Insights if you don't already. He has some really, really great work that he does over here for the Undroppables. We're almost there. I know. We're almost there, guys. Stay with me, guys. Ball Insights. Where are you at with the Marvin Mims tweet? Where are you at? March 18th. Yeah, we got to go back a little bit further. Here we go. So look at this list real quick. So EPA per play. Let me explain EPA per play real quick. So EPA stands for expected points added. And this is just in pure football terms. Like essentially, expected points added are positive when you're getting first downs, when you're scoring touchdowns, when you have long plays. And having an EPA per play over 1 from a Power 5 receiver at that level of competition, extremely, extremely impressive. Take a look at this list. The only Power 5 wide receivers in the last 10 years to have an EPA per play over 1, CeeDee Lamb, Devonta Smith, Jamar Chase, Marvin Mims. That is an elite group of wide receivers to be a part of. And the fact that you can get Marvin Mims in the 14th round of Best Ball Mania drafts should be an auto draft at that point. Absolute auto draft. So yeah. Draft Marvin Mims. He should be a pretty spicy, juicy target for all you folks. That's easy money right there. Okay. Trey Lance is pretty risky at ADP. Let's see. Who's we're in the 15th round. Pickett, Zeke. Oh, we have Fryman. Maybe we can go Kenny Pickett here. Kenny Pickett got taken. Wah. Kenny Pickett got taken in the 14th. Don't want Jimmy G. Mac Jones. Do we have any Baker? Tampa Bay, San Francisco. Maybe just Trey Lance is the pick here. I'm probably going to take Dawson Knox because I like Dawson Knox. Maybe we take Mac Jones as like a bring back against Dawson Knox and then go like another New England tight end. I don't know. We have some options open to us. Eric B says, I'm at 30% Mims. Hope he hits. He's going to hit. Don't you worry. Jerome Ford, 15th round. Kind of a reach, but don't hate the pick. I think we'll go Dawson Knox. Yeah, Dawson Knox is definitely the first guy we'll take just to continue to shore up this tight end room. And people are fading him because of the Kincaid hype. Dawson Knox could see a 2-touchdown game here and there. So we'll go ahead and take Dawson Knox. Do we take Trey Lance? Jets, Cleveland, Denver, Brock Purdy, Sam Howell, Desmond Ridder, Mac Jones. Screw it. Trey Lance. Let's go. Trey Lance. 16th round Trey Lance. I mean, I was drafting Trey Lance in the 7th round last year. So I am more than happy to take 16th round Trey Lance. San Francisco plays Washington week 17. And we are a really unpredictable organization. I'm a Washington Commanders fan, if you guys don't know. I'm planning to go out to a few of those games. So I heard Jimmy was already cut. I don't think he got quite cut yet, but it's probably very, very possible. But this roster is looking like an absolute force. What we're at? We're at 3-4-7-2 right now. So our 17th, 18th round picks. We'll probably want to go another receiver. Denver, LAC. We could go for another Denver boy. We could go with Cleveland. We could go like a Cedric Tillman. What are some other 17th, 18th round targets we would look for? Lenny, Jimmy G, Hurst. We could go Hayden Hurst. I guess we don't have any Carolina guys. We could go Tyler Conklin. Well, probably Conklin will be the option that we want to go with there. San Francisco is playing Washington. Maybe we could go Logan Thomas. Zay Flowers. We could go Isaiah Likely. We have Pat Freiermuth. We could go with a Noah Fant. We're definitely going to want to go a third tight end, though. And then probably a 5th running back. We already have 7 receivers. But we could just rock with these 4 running backs. I mean, Najee, Jameer, Joe Mixon, James Conner is a pretty solid running back room. We'll see. We'll see who falls. We have some options, though. Ooh, Clyde. Actually, if Clyde falls, I like Clyde at cost. Cedric Tillman is an interesting one. Could go Cedric Tillman to pair him with Donovan Peoples-Jones, because one of those guys is probably going to do pretty well in that Cleveland offense. And that's more bringbacks against the New York Jets. That Mr. Aaron Rodgers. I like having the Jets side of the ball because that Cleveland defense seems a little suspect to me still. They haven't really done too much to shore it up. So I like betting on those boys. Maybe like an Izzy. If Breece Hall doesn't quite come back as strong as we hoped, Izzy is definitely in play there. If Clyde gets taken, could look at an Israel Abanikanda. Let's see what else we got working with us. We have the Detroit boys, so we could go Dallas. Like a Malik Davis is an interesting one. Dallas, Luke Schoonmaker. I already have one Luke Shoemaker. Do we make it 2? Did Jake Fergie get taken? Mr. Ferguson? Did Mr. Ferguson get taken? Mr. Ferguson did get taken. Yeah, that's one tight end room, which I have no idea what to do with. I really liked Jake Ferguson in the offseason, but then they drafted Luke Schoonmaker. And Schoonmaker is a very interesting option. 4'6", 40 at 6'5", 250 with a 10-inch broad or 10-foot broad, 6'8", 3-cone. Schoonmaker is a dynamic athlete, very, very dynamic athlete. See if we can get a clip of him real quick. Actually, let's see if we can get a clip of him on Twitter real quick because I don't know if I'll have enough time with all those freaking ads on YouTube. Oh, what is this? No, I want football. Shoemaker and Deuce Vaughn. Oh, Shoemaker looks like you're. Woo! Oh, that's Mr. Ferguson. Shoemaker looks like your Cowboys tight end. Here's Mr. Shoemaker again. Nice catch. Okay. Schoonmaker. Okay, I didn't. I'm learning how to pronounce them. Oh, he don't go down easy either. Schoonmaker. What a trick delay. Schoonmaker. Schoon. Oh, I can already hear that in the Cowboys Stadium. Schoon. Ooh. Ooh, he looks pretty smooth with it. Schoonmaker. Okay. Maybe we'll go Schoonmaker here. Oh, Schoonmaker got taken. What the heck? Why am I even doing all that hype? What the hell? All right, we're going to go Conklin. Damn it. Damn it. All that hype for nothing, guys. All of that hype for absolutely nothing. Should we go Izzy? I guess we already have a bunch of those Jets boys. Jerome Ford already got taken. I think the Cowboys are going to run the ball a lot more this year. We could go Gus Edwards. Do we have? Oh, we do have Baltimore. Screw it. Malik Davis. All right. There's our squad. Absolute beast of a team. Unfortunately, I was not able to get Mr. Schoonmaker, but I did learn something today. I learned that you pronounce it, that you're supposed to pronounce it Luke Schoonmaker. I will get him, though. Mark my words. I will get him on one of my teams. What round was Schoonmaker drafted in? Schoonmaker was drafted in photos. 16 out of 1104. Oh my god. Oh, Schoonmaker is a force. Tank says I like Izzy. I like Izzy too. If you don't already, go ahead and follow the Unending Rebuild because I wrote up a whole Twitter thread on Israel Abanikanda. I already had too many Jets. I didn't want to go all in on the Jets this year. But I like the bring back against Detroit. Like I said, not forcing anything. But for all the audio listeners, quarterbacks: Aaron Rodgers, Jared Goff, Trey Lance. Running backs: Najee Harris, Jahmyr Gibbs, Joe Mixon, James Conner, Malik Davis. Wide receivers: Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Brandon Ayuk, Zay Flowers, Alan Lazard, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Marvin Mims. Tight ends: Pat Frymuth, Dawson Knox, Tyler Conklin. And that should do it, guys. I think that is everything from me today. As always, appreciate you all sticking with me throughout the entire show. It's been fun. I always have a ton of fun doing these Best Ball Mania drafts for you guys. Hopefully one of these teams is going to be able to take down the $3 million. Hopefully I get just a few teams through to the finals so I can sweat some of them, and maybe I'll sweat some of them live on the live stream. That would be a lot of fun. I would freaking love if we could sweat a Best Ball Mania team live with you guys. But that's all for me today. And as always, have a great rest of your day, y'all. Peace.